It's not about motivation. Winners need discipline. Wake up and win today. Discipline comes from within.
Boxing King Media in association with Boxraw. It's like to be joined by Gareth A. Davies on a Monday evening. Gareth, just on your bike ride, I assume.
Very windy, but it was good to get out there. It's always good. Mental health, get the blood circulating. Very good. Nice to be back with you on the Monday Club.
Yep, we love a Monday sermon from Gareth A. Davies. Right, Gareth. I like starting with the fans' questions because I think it gets
Go on,
you
then.
it gets you in the mood, and I think the fans are enjoying it. So I've got
Right.
I've got a couple this week. So Gareth is a type of guy who shows a photo to his barber of what he wants him to do for him. So do you ever show a photo to the barber, Gareth?
No, I've had the same stylist for about 20 years, and she just knows my hair. She's a Japanese stylist, and she'd been doing my hair that long, so I don't need to. I don't go to the barbers because I don't comb my hair, do I? Which I think you know, because I've never got a comb in my back pocket. Remember from the last one?
Yep.
So no, I don't take a picture. I don't need to. She knows my hair, and I don't want my hair to look like anyone else's. It's my own, so I don't model it on anyone else's style. But I love the question.
This is what I mean. This is why this.
Do you take a picture to your barber of the? I won't say the style, but the beard you want.
And I have done, yeah, I have done.
Oh, really?
I have
Okay,
done.
that's nice.
I'm not gonna lie, I have
And a
done.
very fine beard it is.
Thank you very much. But like I said, it's these sort of questions. We always find out different things about you, Gareth. So I do enjoy these. I got this is a good one. Does Gareth do the Asda tap of his rear jeans pocket as he leaves the house?
I don't know what that means.
Have you seen? Do you remember the Asda advert where
No,
when you go
I don't
say
have a TV, mate.
you don't have a TV? There you
No,
go. That's
no.
something else
I've
we'll
got
find
two
out.
laptops and a phone. Two laptops, two phones. That's how I operate.
Wow. See, find
I have
something.
moved and I just didn't bother. But I used to have a massive TV, but I'll get round to it. But
Mm.
no, I've not seen the Asda advert. So
Okay.
it's a tap of the back pocket. What's because you're saving money or something?
Yeah, basically, yeah. So,
Where's that? That's come out of the blue.
yeah, it's a bit of a random one, but the last one, I like this one. Gareth is the type of guy that has mud baths.
No, but what a great idea. What a fantastic idea. You could interview me next time in the mud bath.
Yeah, that would be fascinating. Right, Gareth, we'll move on to the boxing. Moments ago, we've just seen John Fury put a video out calling Carl Froch out to a fight. In short, he's called him Carl the Snake Froch. He's had enough of him having a go at his family and getting views on the back end of it. And basically, he's offered him a fight at Wembley Stadium. Is that realistic at all?
I don't think so, but I'm sure people would tune in if they did. 40-ounce gloves and all of that. Well, they've had a week or two of having a go at each other. People would watch it? I don't think it'll be signed. I bet they hug it out when we see them together and have a right old laugh about it. I think John's been having a go at Carl, and then Carl's been clickbaiting back at him. They're both doing numbers, aren't they? And that's the Monday Club for those two. Obviously, John's referring to the 80,000 at Wembley when Froch fought Groves 10 years ago. Will they fight? No, I don't see it. I mean, Joe Egan's called John out. John's called Mike Tyson out. They're all calling each other out. But at least they're not taking it to Saudi Arabia, which is a good thing. But I think it's a little bit of fun. That's all it is.
Do you think we'll ever see John Fury on a Misfits show or something like that?
No, I don't actually. I think John is just playing. I don't see him being on a Misfits show now. No. I think he'll be there alongside Tommy on the Mall doing his thing, But I don't see him in a proper fight. No, I don't.
I tell you what, I tell you what I find interesting. You could probably back me up on this. When a lot of people, when they watch John Fury on camera, but then when you meet John Fury off camera, a completely different person.
Well, I know
Like,
John
like
consistently as the same person for a very long time, and like you say, he knows how to sell a fight.
yeah,
He's also incredibly knowledgeable on boxing. So when you see him off camera, well, it's just a handshake and a chat about the family and what's going on,
he
you
is.
know, with his son or with his sons, with all the family who are involved in boxing, and it's just a straightforward chat.
Uh,
Um,
that's the point I wanted to raise. Because people think he's shouting and top of his voice like all day around, but he's not. He's actually a really nice, gentle bloke actually
yeah,
off camera.
absolutely, absolutely.
Um, but I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of him.
No,
But
no, he's a barn door. He's the size of a barn door. I mean, no, I've had some very interesting times with John, some very deep discussions, very late at night sometimes, you know, over a bottle of rum or a bottle of tequila, and very, very interesting individual with it, who's had a very interesting and very hard life. And you know, you're not going to find a prouder man publicly of his family than John. And so he gets very emotional, I think, about his son's fighting, and gets very, very wrapped up in it. And he's totally committed to it and believes in, you know, that they've been breeding in the lineage of him. They've been breeding fighting men. You know, that's how they call them.
and moving on to Tyson, obviously we've spoken about the cut, etc. But there's a lot of conspiracies that have come out since. Like one of the biggest ones I've seen is like this is a bit wild, but apparently Tyson Fury has done a surgical cut on his eye to buy himself some more time. Have you ever heard anything like that in boxing history?
Well, people said it about David Haye 10 years ago when he was about to fight Tyson Fury. No, these things happen in sparring. These things happen in the gym. Um, I mean, the conspiracy theories after the evidence of Saturday are just ridiculous, frankly. But they still go on. It's just people. It's just this sport. People love to have opinions about it. People love the intrigue. They love to chat about it. But let's stick to the facts. You know, we've seen the footage. We've seen the eye. We've seen the eye stitched up. We've seen the resolution around the fight is actually going to take place now, March the 18th. May the 18th. Just over three and a bit months' time. It's a quick turnaround, but they've got to get it done. And there's a forfeiture of $10 million, £8 million if one forfeits to the other if they don't make it into the ring, with Joshua in the wings and others in the wings, to make sure that that is a massive event that will go ahead on May the 18th. What I think is happening here, which is very good. I thought Turkey El Sheikh, Spencer Brown, Fury dealt with it very, very well to get everyone on a call together on the Ariel Helwani show on Saturday night. I watched it live. I thought they did really well. Boxing doesn't normally do that, by the way, that quickly with such alacrity. And the way they did it was very good, because they quashed all the conspiracy theories. And what they also did was give a route if there is an issue going into the next one, that they're going to have a big event on that night anyway, which I thought was great. And that is the route forward, because we do see big events being destroyed because one or other of the main protagonists gets an injury. And then the whole event collapses because it's so top heavy.
The other big talking point is the cut, May 18th. Does that give him enough time to heal 100%?
It has to.
You think they would have checked all that? Yeah, obviously.
Absolutely. He's been checked medically. They've had a look at it. They've assessed the timings. It is soon, in my view, to come back, but it's good. I'm glad they're getting it on, and I'm glad we got a date, and I'm glad we're moving forward with it.
And somebody will be wondering, what was that tablet you just took?
It was an aspirin.
Aspirin, there you go.
It was an aspirin with a little bit of Orange juice.
A nice cheeky blood thinner. And then the other thing I want to speak to you about, Gareth, is Conor Benn at the weekend. Another win for him. Obviously, another good performance. However, it's come with a lot of criticism. A lot of people, obviously, I'm sure you've seen all the comments on social
Yeah,
media, all the
yeah.
stuff that, and been getting it from people like Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, all questioning his power. Obviously alluding to ongoing issues that he's still got ongoing. What do you make of it all with regards to the power? I know the people that he beat had not been stopped before as well. I don't know if that was a factor.
Um, I I I've called it so straight away, but I kind of looking back on it, I rewatched it because I had both events on Saturday night, and I think Conor was just trying to try too hard, and Peter Dobson was a lot tougher than when we knew he was tough going into it, but a lot tougher than people give him credit for. Were giving him credit for. I like the fact that Conor Benn was very forthright afterwards. Who was he calling out? Mario Barrios, Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Kell Brook, Chris Eubank Jr. He's got a list of pursuants or people he's pursuing rather, and I think that's good. And it's great to see him push hard and want to make a massive effort to get back. The big question is, can he get a British license this year and box in Britain? Because that's where the big stadium fights are going to be. Because he's not going to sell out massive numbers in America. That's why Eddie is so keen to get him in the UK.
What do you make of the whole debate about his power? Because, like I said, I'm keeping it neutral, so I've done my research. The two opponents he's fought in his comebacks combined, they both had 70 fights. They'd not been stopped. Both men were bigger than him in size, from what I could
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
However, obviously, people are alluding to his previous knockouts that he had back to back. So now, obviously, they're saying, where's the power gone? But at the same time, like I said, these guys that he's fought in his comeback fights have not been stopped.
Yeah, but they're fresher as well. Chris Van Heerden, whatever you say, Chris Van Heerden and Chris Algieri they were at the stage of journeyman by that stage, world class journeyman who'd fought at a high level, but at the back end, tail end of their careers, with a lot of road work on their, a lot of mileage on their resumes. So, and he was tearing people up at the time. You look, he looked energetic and alert and aware for 12 rounds in that fight. Dobson, Pistol Pete looked really strong in there. I'll say one thing, Conor's not the biggest welterweight in the world, but he's very tenacious. He's come through with two strong performances. All right, they're not eye-catching in terms of a statement finish, but he's getting the job done. Jury's out for me. Let's see what he can do when he steps up a level, a little bit of a level up, because they've got to graduate. I don't think he's ready for a Tank Davis, a Devin Haney. It's just talk. He's probably not ready for a middleweight fight against Chris Eubank Jr. either. And obviously, Senior, I was with last week, and he was absolutely ridiculing the fact that fight cannot go ahead. Well, we shall see. It's a big fight, but it needs the British license in order to do it.
You made an interesting point there. You said Chris Van Heerden, Chris Algieri, and Sam Vargas. Them three knockouts were the ones that people talk about, but all three, like you said, they were at the end of their careers. In between, then he fought Granados, who was still fairly young, and he also fought Sebastian Formella. Didn't stop either of them two, so it's
Yeah,
quite a
but
good.
Sean Porter didn't stop
It,
Sebastian
that's
Formella either.
the point I was trying to raise. So what you're saying makes sense. The stoppages he's had that people highlight are against guys that were towards the end of their career. So it's quite a
Yeah.
It's a different viewpoint. So
People are going to be highly critical. Look, Conor, yeah, as I said, is very forthright and tenacious and says, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to stop you. But that's his nature. And then if he can't live up to that, he gets criticized for it. So, but it was a decent performance, no question about it.
The pressure on him now. So we're seeing Eddie Hearn constantly go online and say, right, big fight next. He's going to get a huge name next. They were promising a huge name in his comeback fight. Obviously, he's had two warm-ups now, but it's a lot of pressure on him now to deliver a big name because they can't surely have another name, along the lines of but Peter Dobson.
I thought it was pretty good matchmaking in the end.
I mean, with regards to big, because Eddie keeps saying that he's going to get a big name for him.
Yeah, but he's not going to get a big name. He's not going to sell. He's not a big name in America. Conor Benn's a big name in the UK. It all evolves and revolves. Sorry, it all revolves around getting this British license back. If this appeal of UKAD and the Boxing Board of Control is quashed, I imagine that they will say to the board then, right, restraint of trade, we've won our case. You've appealed, you lost your appeal. Restraint of trade, you need to issue them with a British license. And if they don't issue in the British license, I think it'll be another legal case. And if it isn't another legal case, they will probably push the boundaries and license him with another overseas license in the UK. And he'll fight here, and they'll do it as an unlicensed, i.e. with another commission, and get the fight on. But I think we'll see him in a big fight in the UK this year, if not two. And then, see, in the UK, you can bring a Tank Davis, a Devon Haney, a Barrios, and equally, I'm not sure about Kell Brook, but, if Kell wants to come back and have one more fight, so be it. But I think Chris Eubank Jr. or even Harlem Eubank is a big fight as well here in the UK. Ben's a big name in the UK.
And the last
Can I? Yeah. Sorry.
Go on.
No. I was just going to say, sorry, I've got another appointment in 5 minutes.
All right. It's just last quick question for you. Fabio Wardley, Fraser Clarke, big fight announced. Were you surprised to see Fabio defend his British title when I'm assuming there would have been offers from Saudi for him?
Not really, no. I mean, I think it was great to see him fight in Saudi Arabia. It was a great build-up to he and David Adeleye. It's a big fight. Like you say, it's a big British fight. Domestic ding-dong, a domestic dust-up between two guys who... Look, Fabio Wardley's going to go in there as the favourite because Fraser is yet to light up the world with what he's done so far after winning, Olympic bronze. In Tokyo 2021. It's a good challenge for him. Easter Sunday, isn't it? March the 31st, I think. Great. It's going on a Sunday. I love that. Cannot wait for it. I think there's a press conference for it this week, starting the build-up. They're doing the right thing. I think you mentioned to me about, Ben Shalom's doing a good thing here in the UK at the moment. He's doing a great, it's a good card on Saturday night. Boatsi and Aziz. A really good fight. I thought Boatsi was decent, very decent. Aziz pushed him. I want to see if he can go up those. There's two more levels, I think. There's an Anthony Yard fight, and then there's Beterbiev and Bivol. Can he get through Anthony Yard? That's a fight I would love to see in the UK this summer if Yard comes through his next opponent. So, looking forward to... Ben's doing a good job, doing a really good job with the cards here. There's another card. They're going to do Riakpur, Billum Smith and Riakpur in the summer as well. They haven't got a date for it yet. That's probably outside in balmy Bournemouth. Looking forward to that one as well. Some great cards coming up here in the UK.
Definitely so. Gareth, as always, I appreciate your time, and I'll let you get on to your appointment.
You are very welcome. Cheers.
Thank you.
Fear. Most people are governed by their habits, their fears, and their opinions of others.